We all go through hard times when we feel weak and unable to do anything, but how can we get our motivation back and break the cycle of procrastination? Marcus Aurelius created one of the greatest of all works of philosophy that has been consulted and admired by statesmen and thinkers throughout the centuries and cemented itself as a true pioneer of Stoicism. His series of private notes and ideas, commonly known as meditations, has helped millions to overcome negativity and is a guide for self-improvement. Make sure to watch this video until the end to learn as much as you can about the Stoic thinking of a philosopher king who will change your worldview. Because even though he wrote this manual for himself nearly 2,000 years ago, his insights still carry strong weight today. It's a timeless collection of challenging spiritual reflections we can grow with. It's a book we have to read over and over again for being able to understand the great ideas of one of the most powerful men who has ever walked planet Earth. We gave our best to summarize the main principles that helped Marcus Aurelius become a better person and finding sense in the universe. And of course, we can implement them into our own lives to make them meaningful. So let's get into it. Do not act as if thou wert going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over thee. While thou livest, while it is in thy power, be good. We all fear death, but Marcus Aurelius truly accepted the fact that he will die and be forgotten one day. As the fifth and last of the so-called good Roman emperors, his life was quite dangerous, but despite all the harsh circumstances, he was able to conquer his fear of death. Because he knew that every day and in every situation, death can just wait around the corner. So if we all make ourselves aware of our possible ending, we won't waste our time with this fear anymore. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Marcus Aurelius believed that his death was necessary and that it would lead him to becoming a part of the endless system of logos, which means reasoning in Greek. Logos was deeply involved in his philosophy of life. Marcus Aurelius explained that this world, its inhabitants, and its structures are all part of the logos that encapsulates the entire universe. Everything that happens in the universe is part of a bigger plan, and also pain is meant to be as it is for the greater good. From time to time, he reminded himself that in the vast system of logos, after dying, everyone is forgotten, even the emperors, no matter how great they were. He loved the idea of becoming one with nature and dissolving back into the system of logos. Marcus Aurelius was just like any one of us. He enjoyed laying in his bed in the morning, and sometimes he just didn't want to get up. Why is it so hard to get out of bed and do what I am supposed to do? He asked himself. His beautiful answer was, "In the morning when thou risest unwillingly, let this thought be present. I am rising to the work of a human being. Why then am I dissatisfied if I am going to do things for which I exist and for which I was brought into this world? Or have I been made for this, to lie in the bedclothes and keep myself warm? But this is more pleasant. Does thou exist then to take thy pleasure and not at all for action or exertion?" His feelings of demanding ease and comfort over actions vanished by realizing that he was brought into this world to do the work he, as a human being, has to do. For him, this was the key to self-control and an iron discipline. He also never complained about anything in life, even though he had lost 13 of his children before they had grown up. He also lost his wife at a young age, but he never complained. The reason for this was also his belief in the concept of logos. He used it for explaining everything that happened in his life. Thereby, he found reasoning because he thought that it was meant to happen. Even in today's world, we often cannot change our external situations, but we can always change our attitude towards it. Most people don't have much money or much time, and we all have only limited energy. But instead of complaining about life, we should all ask ourselves, how can we make the best out of our situation? To do our life's task, let's always think about how we can best use our limited resources. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "Life is but what you deem it. Life is opinion. This means that there is no objective reality out there. Instead, we shape our own perception of the world with our thoughts. He also writes that all the pain he has felt in his life was self-inflicted. According to him, humans are capable of managing their emotions, and when we feel hurt, it is because we allow ourselves to perceive pain instead of acting stoic to the circumstances. Even if it's hard sometimes, everything can be seen in a positive light. To give you an example, when people criticize us, try to harm us, or insult us, it is not the insult which hurts us. Instead, it is our interpretation of what they are saying that hurts us. If we interpret others' actions as irrelevant, they won't be able to hurt us. Let's try to interpret every action that happens to us as positive. And if someone insults us, let's ask ourselves how this insult can make us become stronger. Rather than being frustrated, let's remind ourselves that if someone is talking bad about us, it means that we are not boring and that we are doing something interesting. Marcus Aurelius also believed that the sufferings he faced were part of the universe, and the pain inflicted upon him gives proof that he is a part of the plan the universe has for him as a human. This belief also made him cope with his failures in life, and it gave him the strength to achieve something big in this world. Of course, there were many great and powerful Roman emperors, but Marcus Aurelius is the one who stands out and who is still well remembered today, not because of his power, but because of his knowledge. His worldview and willingness to learn cemented his place as one of the greatest philosophers of all time. His endless pursuit of knowledge is the reason why he always tried to better understand the concept of logos and also himself. If we can implement only a small part of this pursuit of knowledge, we will never stop learning and become a little bit better every day. And since our time is limited, let's not waste our precious energy worrying about others. Marcus Aurelius says, "Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about your neighbors. Anything that distracts you from fidelity to the ruler within you means a loss of opportunity for some other task." So why do we care what others are doing or what they think of us? We need to focus on our task, and therefore we need to ignore others. Everyone has his own tasks, and whatever our calling on earth may be, wasting our mental energy by comparing ourselves to others or envying them makes us feel frustrated that we aren't as successful as our peers. Of course, this does not mean we should ignore our family and friends, quite the reverse. If we are able to focus on our task, we can also be better fellows for our loved ones. What are your thoughts on Marcus Aurelius and the learnings from his meditations? Will you give them a read? Comment below and be sure to subscribe.